Hi there. NIO has reported the results for the last quarter, Q3, and you have to be very careful with this company because their potential is quite high, even though there is a lot of risk. But you also have to be aware of the downside. What can go wrong? So, when you look at NIO, an EV company from China, right? You look at it, the market cap, and you think how much can this company grow in the future? Because if their sales keep increasing, you get a high return. And let me show you why NIO has chances to grow a lot in the future. First of all, you look at the market cap, 9 billion, 9.3 billion, right? Then you look at the cash position. You see here 6 billion. They have 6 billion in cash. Compare this amount to the market cap of 9 billion. Most of it is in cash. But as you probably know, they are investing in expanding their business to invest in research and development and increase their sales. And this money, the cash position, will decrease or will be used in their expansion. So far, everything looks great. But because they reported a decline in their revenue of 4%, especially for vehicle sales, as you can see here, 4%, you better see here in this table, 4%, the stock price went down to $4, from $7 to $4. However, despite this decline, NIO can still go up 5x easily because, as I said, they have a lot of room to grow. Let me show you. Here, China surpasses 1 million monthly EV sales for the first time. Be aware of this number, 1 million monthly. So China is selling 1 million EV cars per month. This means, as NIO had 160,000 in 2023 for the entire year, this amount can increase a lot as China surpasses 1 million monthly EV sales. So you can easily see. And per year, as you can see here, total sales in units are 12 million units in 2024. And NIO sold only 160,000 in 2023. And for this year, 2024, they might sell 200,000. Let's round the number. So from 200,000 to 1 million, you have 5x. And then per year to 12 million, you can have even more than 5x. Of course, NIO is not alone. They compete with other players, Chinese players, such as BYD and others. But let's say NIO can achieve, they have the chances to achieve 1 million units sales per year, easily. So you can have 5x from the current level. 5x, of course, 5x in the number of deliveries. And based on their deliveries, you can calculate or assess their total sales. And then you make the valuation. Anyway, if their current numbers go up 5x, the stock price will go up. That's easy. Now, what are the risks? You have to ask that question. What are the risks? Because when you look at NIO, you see here vehicle sales, a decline of 4%, 4.1% year over year. And total revenue, a decline of 2.1%. You have to be aware of the most important indicators. Vehicle sales, this is the most important, and deliveries. As you can see, vehicle sales have decreased by 4.1%. But the number of deliveries have increased. As you can see here, in 2023, Q3, that number was about 55,000. vehicles. And now 61,000. So it's an increase. They succeeded to sell more cars. And that's great because that's free advertising for them. The more drivers they are, they will recommend to other people. And NIO will get more customers, new clients. So, when you look at the number of deliveries for Q3 and compare it to Q2 and Q1, you see an increase. The trend is upward, and that's a good sign. This is the most important indicator. Now, you might wonder why the revenue, vehicle sales, went down 4.1%. Because you've seen the increase in the number of deliveries. So the answer is simple. They lowered the price of the car because of competition. They can't charge more than the competition. They have to lower their prices. And this may be a problem if they don't manage their business well. You have to be aware of this risk. Now, when you look at their income statement, let me show you here. You see the revenue. US dollars 2.6 billion. And their net loss is around 700 or even more than that, 700 million. So they are still losing money. You can see here, loss from operations. And compared to the last year, it has increased a little. You have to be aware of this. Because if they don't succeed to sell more cars, to deliver more vehicles, their losses won't decrease and NIO won't become profitable. You have to be aware of that risk. But if they can expand and increase the number of deliveries, as I said, if they can reach 1 million a year, NIO may become profitable. They have some chances to succeed. As I said, for 2023, they reported 160,000. And for this year, they might deliver 200, around that level. You don't have to be precise. Just think of those numbers. 200,000 and 1 million. If they reach 1 million, they have 5x. But as I said, the risk is competition. Because if NIO doesn't succeed to manage their operations, to decrease their prices, the other players, such as BYD and others, will put pressure on NIO, on their margins. And NIO will never become profitable. You have to understand that risk. Of course, not only BYD, but other Chinese players. Now, another risk that may occur in the future, or people think about that risk, is the trade war between the US and China. Trump, high tariffs, but also the former administration, the current administration, have proposed high tariffs for electric vehicles from China. 100% tariff on EV. Now, you don't have to worry about those tariffs because this is another market in the US. What I said about this 5x is only for China market. This doesn't include the US, Europe, or other countries. Only China. You can have a 5x only in China if NIO succeeds. Reduce their prices and sell more cars. So only from China you can have 5x. And that's great. You invest in this company and you look only at China. You don't pay attention to the US or Europe. Only China. So NIO has room to grow. But as I said, everything depends on them, on their operations. Now, the average selling price is about 46K or 46,000. And this price will decrease in the future because of competition. Chinese competitors. And if they all compete, and maybe just 2 or 3 of them succeed to reduce the prices, the other players will go out of business. So that's why NIO has to manage their operation very carefully. For the moment, they have the money, 6 billion in cash, to fund their losses and invest in R&D to deliver better products. If they succeed, as I said, you can have easily a 5x. That's possible, only if they improve their operations. And of course, improve their products. This is the most important. Improve their products and reduce the prices for their cars. If they can do that, you can have a 5x from NIO. But if they fail, that will be bad for you. That's why investing in NIO is quite risky. The downside can be quite high. Bankruptcy or another decline. However, as they are small at the beginning, the stock price can rebound easily. I mean, from $4 can go to $8 or $7. But another thing you have to be aware, another risk is, as long as they have a lot of losses, they will continue to issue more shares. This is another risk you have to be aware of. You can see here, from 2023 to 2024, the second column. You see here the number of shares from 1.7 billion to 2 billion. You have to be aware of this dilution, because if it gets too higher and the revenue doesn't grow as expected, you'll have a lot of dilution and the price will go lower. Be aware of this risk. So it's up to you how you want to invest in this company, how much money you want to put in NIO and construct your portfolio. It's up to you. Be aware of the risk and look at the reward, how much money you can make. And that's it for this video. And if you have other questions, please let me know in the comments.